Welcome back to Let's Play Capo 2. You know, that kind of really stood out there. When I hit the record button, Camtasia, like, takes up this much of the screen as it's like doing a countdown. It's like 3, 2, 1, and all I can see is these. Well, anyways, the previous recording was just one part. The reason for that, as we've stated that, was I was pretty tired at the time, and worse yet, I had ended up having an anxiety attack not quite some time later into the night. It's just like, if you've never had something like that, you don't know how awful it feels. It's just like, I'd forgotten how awful it felt myself, honestly. Hate those type of things. We started walking side by side towards the shopping district. Now I'm more awake than the previous time, but now I'm just like, the after effects. The shopping district was more crowded than usual. There was a festival to welcome spring going on at a nearby shrine. The cherry blossoms bloom year-round, so they just start the preparations for spring 2 weeks or so after New Year. It wasn't a huge festival like the New Year celebration, but they still set up some stands in the shopping district. I could smell good food from all directions. Yeah, I don't come to this festival every year, though. Which meant it was our first time seriously checking out the festival. We joined the crowd and walked around from stall to stall. There is no crowd. It always just feels kind of weird. Well, it'd be a pain in the ass to draw a lot of people in the background, I suppose, just for this one time. Well, I don't know. I mean, they could have, maybe, I don't know. You know, had like various different versions of this background. Like various different times a day they actually have, but like also add in various people in the background for certain like busy times or somewhat, and just, you know, actually have people in the background. You can't do anything too difficult. I don't know, do you think they'd let us rent the machines? Okay, that's one possibility. We continued to chat as we walked. There weren't as many stands as on New Year's, but they were still lined up throughout the district. I was starting to get hungry from all the spells. At some point, Coco had also started pointing out things that looked good. Window shopping is fun and all, but we should also taste test. Want to buy some to try? Coco smiled bashfully. With that decided, we plunged into the stalls. Hey, you think so? All I got was some cotton candy, candied apples, sukiyaki, and corn on the cob. But you got a lot too. We did, let's eat. I was checking out all the stands that interested me and wound up buying so many things. Oh well, it's fine, it's research. Oh, this sukiyaki is really good. You're thinking of yakika or whatever. Ikayaki is more like a squid pancake. Squid pancake. It's an odd image in my mind. It's pretty good. Do you want to try some? Yeah, I can hear grass cutters outside. You know what that means for people like me? It's just like, oh no, hay fever's right around the corner, isn't it? God damn it. I remember last year I remember when I was like helping Pokemon Emerald to my hay fever act up in one of the recordings. I remember that now. I don't know why. Just focus on the plot. No wonder why I keep just like losing track of what they're going on about. She took a very small bite off the corner. Isn't it good? I also took a bite. Was that just an indirect kiss? They always go on about that, don't they? I'd better make sure to enjoy the taste. Oh yeah, they look good, but my hands are full. Coco spared a takoyaki ball with her toothpick. Then she held it up to my mouth. It was a little embarrassing, but kind of in a good way. Okay. Nom. I nodded to show that it was, but my heart was racing so fast I barely tasted it. I ate too much. I ended up sampling some from almost every food stand. I was so nauseous I could barely stand, so we took a break on a park bench. Well, takoyaki's out, I'm way too full. My bad, but I was too full to seriously think about food at the moment. My long-awaited date with Coco, and this is how I screw it up. Huh? Responsible? Me? Really? I had no idea. Oh, is that so? She smiled delightfully. Maybe she was thinking about how I was when I was younger. It was true that I only let my guard down in front of Coco or the Asakura girls. It's because I've known them for so long. But ever since I realized my feelings for her, I'd been afraid of showing her my weak side. I'm not going to voice act that. Okay, fine. Mama! Huh? Mama, where are you? There was a little boy drawing nearer. He was crying. Why couldn't they have voice acted that? He was crying for his mum. He must be lost. His face was full of tears and his nose was running. He was sobbing at the top of his voice as he approached us. It reminded me of when Coco was a child. Coco used to cry like this all the time after being mercilessly teased by the mean kids in our neighborhood. What? The way I voice acted it? Obviously not. Every time it happened, I'd go and beat up whoever was bullying her. I never told Utney about it though. I don't know. Mama! There was no one in the area who could be his mother. He was completely lost. Poor thing. I remember seeing a police box by the park entrance. Maybe I should take him there. Huh? Coco? Coco stood up and walked over to the boy. She bent over and gently smiled at him. He stopped crying for just a moment. My mama! My mama! The boy gave a big nod. She rubbed his head comfortingly as she spoke the words. The boy threw his arms around Coco. Mama! Hey, Coco is not your mum. I know, I'm sorry, my voice acting is real bad. Oh, sorry. It's just the kid was going to her and burying his face in her chest. He's just thinking that. It just made me a little mad. I was like thinking that he's probably jealous, and he totally is. I knew it was a childish way to feel. Just like lucky bastard. But Mama! He grabbed at her breast again. Sure he's not using it as an excuse. Why that brat? Coco held up 2 of the candied apricots that she got earlier. She unwrapped the plastic from them and gave one to the boy. She put the other one in her mouth. Thank you. Yes. He stopped crying and started to smile. Wow, Coco is amazing. Why couldn't they have voice acted? She rubbed the kid's face with her handkerchief. He's actually got a name, Yamaguchi Keita. Coco Honey-chan? The boy whose name was Keita, it seemed, started looking around him. It's over by that bridge. That's where I came from. Yeah, it's right there. A huge smile appeared on Keita's face. It was like he hadn't realized he was so close to home. Wow, go Coco. Could she have the talent to be a full-time childcare provider? Or maybe even a police officer? That would be a sight. When she was talking to that boy, it was like Coco was a real mother. Coco wasn't that crying child anymore. Now she was the one giving love to others. Oh, Keita, where are you? I mean, where were you? I heard a voice from behind me. When I turned around, I saw a lady who looked exactly like Keita. Only older and, different gender. It must have been his mother. I mean, imagine if they did look identical. It's like, what the hell? Mama! Keita, I was looking for you all over. Mama, we have no voice actors. This scene feels awkward. They hugged each other tightly. Thank you so much for taking care of him. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Well, I didn't really do anything. Yeah. Oh, you got some candy too. Wow, thank you so very much. Bye-bye, Coco Honey-chan. He waved the stick that held his candied apricot. His mother stopped several times, bowing to us each time. Good grief, there's that word again. Well, words. Yeah, I agree. Except for the fact that he hugged her and grabbed her breasts. You like kids, huh, Coco? I see. Well, I'll do my best. What's the matter with you? I assumed she would just laugh it off the way she always did. However, she turned red and froze up. Now I was feeling embarrassed by what I just said. That was just a joke. Pervert? Well, no use denying it. I was laughing, but it hadn't entirely been a joke. This was bad. I was completely head over heels for her. My stomach was feeling better, so we decided to go home. We did a bit of research on how much it would cost to run a refreshment stand or to rent some equipment. We decided we'd need to have the type of stand picked out by the beginning of next week. Was it? Coco smiled. She looked bashful in the setting sun. I was used to seeing her, but ever since I'd realized my feelings for her, she was looking lovelier by the day. It really must be... Hey, Coco. Oh, it's nothing. Well, you do that all the time, though. Should I just tell her how I feel? As I debated this, my thoughts shifted to Wataru. He was also in love with Coco. It seemed unfair to confess to her first, knowing what I knew. But my heart was so restless. What could I do? Hey, listen. Hey, listen! No. She stopped and looked at me. She asked me gently like she asked that lost boy. I didn't know what to say. But that happens all the time. Have you ever done that? Someone calls you, you answer, you're like, what? Couple of seconds of silence, they call your name again. It's just like, are they freaking deaf or what? Well, What? You look really good. I saw. That's an odd one. I think it's a nice outfit one. Let me double check. Yep. I like your outfit. What are you wearing today? She smiled a bit. She seemed pleased. It makes them noticeably rounder. What? Oh, nothing. No, I think you look good. Her little smile turned into a full-on grin. She must have been waiting for me to comment on her outfit. I was glad I'd done it. What? Really? I guess I don't usually. She's exactly right. Coco started walking with a smile. It was time to ask. Coco, is there someone you're in love with? Coco stopped and looked at me. I saw a fleeting glimpse of melancholy in the light of the setting sun. What? Well, so she did like someone. Calm down, you dense idiot. I haven't even asked her who it was. Dense! It might be me. Oh, he's finally realizing it. But it might be Wataru. Oh, God, there's this guy. Just... Really, he is the densest protagonist I've ever seen. And we don't see him technically for the most part, because he barely appears on screen in the form of anything other than just text. Wait, there's a possibility that it might be neither of us. Oh, I couldn't ask. Too risky. What? Her white eyes seemed fixed on me. I didn't know what to say. There is someone I really can't stop thinking about. Then he reveals he's a narcissist. He's like, it's me. She looked down. She seemed to be as afraid of asking as I had been. I could tell that from her look. An awkward silence fell upon us. Okay, we hadn't really said anything in the end, but it was time to say goodbye as always. Ah, water. I saw her off with an aching in my heart. Now I knew. This was the pain of loss. Huh? Of course I do. Wow, I hadn't meant to be that loud. Coco was surprised by my loud, confident response. Okay then. That's like... have no mercy on you headphone users. Of course I do! There we go. I just... Yeah. I waved after her with a smile. I didn't know how to describe it. It was like my heart was bubbling with a sweet and sour flavor. I thought about how I was hooked on her. I thought about how it must be love. I thought about how Coco was in love with someone, but I didn't know who. Because he is the densest protagonist ever in all of fiction. Well, I wonder. I really do. There's bound to be more protagonists that are even denser than Yoshiyuki, but it's just... Any of you viewers got any examples of a protagonist denser than Yoshiyuki? Because he is really dense. I thought about Wataru. Those thoughts swirled around in my mind, twisting at my heart. But amidst that discomforting sweet and sour, there was something else too. A transition. I gazed outside the window blankly. It was snowing, but that's not what I was looking at. I didn't sleep at all last night. I couldn't stop thinking about Coco. And I think about it, I have so little experience when it comes to love. But was it real love? I hadn't worked it out yet. I thought about her so much. I was certain I loved her. But did that mean I was in love with her? Or did I just love her as a friend? Wataru would laugh at me as if I told him I was thinking about this. There's someone knocking on your door, Yoshiyuki. I've never felt this way before, so I didn't know what it was. Love is... Wow, you scared me! Suddenly, the door swung open and I came inside the room. Oi, can't you knock first? What? I hadn't heard them at all. Well, to be fair, the music did kind of like drown out the sound a little, but even I could hear that. Must have been really deep in thought. What? Oh, yeah. I tried to sleep, but I just couldn't. You know, imagine you live your life being awake in the daytime. You have to be awake in the day, you got school, all that, and then you end up getting a job that has you awake in the night and asleep through the day. It's like, this is kind of the opposite of how I grew up living, man. How should I say this? Have you ever been in love, Odne? I'm not pinning. I think whatever. There? What's that supposed to mean? Indeed. What rude sisters! I'm not stuck. Well, I guess I kind of am. But I was in love with Coco too, after all. I had to make that part clear first. You make it sound like a business. You're enjoying this, aren't you? You know, I wouldn't be surprised if in the end it's just like, so, what is this experience based on? Romance novels! Okay, then. Her eyes shone with intrigue as she drew closer to me. Would it be safe to talk to her? Well, I would just make sure to be vague. When you're in love, do you tell that person your feelings right away? What do you mean? Oh sure, put the pressure on the guys every time. The waiting? Called it. It probably is romance novels, isn't it? You told me you had experienced advice for me. Get out of here. There's no point in me talking to you. It's kind of funny in a way, really. Just like going on about the waiting thing, and she's never actually been in a relationship. It's just like, you know, this whole waiting thing. It's like, oh yes, it's just the anticipation, but nothing's happened. So I'm getting quite pissed off with this strategy. You're so popular, I don't get why you've never had a boyfriend. Totally picturing an older Otney that's just like, you know what, screw relationships. I've been single all my life, I'm in my 30s now, and I don't give a shit. Don't be so hard on yourself. Please, no, there's someone out there for you, I'm sure of it. Oh god. With those terrifying parting words, she left the room. There must be someone out there for her. Well, it's you. But anyone who got her would get the fussy sister with her.